Okay, let's talk about dreams. I want to know what your guys' opinions are on dreams, and if you've had experiences where you feel like you are co-creating like with your dream, okay? I have had an absolutely interesting sequence of dreams that I would like to discuss with you all that has literally given me a different perspective on what is possible for dreams. There are so many people who feel as though dreams are not something that, some people feel like they're just noise, right? That they're something that has no meaning. There's nothing important about them, and it's just kind of like, it's just nonsense, right? I have found that the symbolism in dreams are basically our subconscious communicating with our conscious mind. It's the opportunity for your deepest, darkest, like shadows, or just the things that you can't really access in your day-to-day life. Like, it's the opportunity for you to communicate and to be spoken to by those things in order to understand and decode and also like unravel some of the things that are going on in your subconscious. Okay, now that is a little bit more of a well-known concept, right, when it comes to at least like mysticism and dream symbolism and all that. But something I have experienced is like, it's just something I've never experienced before, and it's making me feel like the possibilities to co-create with your dream self are like endless. All right, so I have been having dreams every night, like literally every night for the past, I would say 7 to 8 nights, where this main subject of the dream is something that I have feared in my waking life greatly, or something that's like an irrational fear. Because a lot of my dreams in the past used to be chased dreams, like I would often be chased by something, which I started to learn what means that, you're kind of like running from something that you need to address. But I used to always be scared in dreams, like have a lot of nightmares, to the point where they didn't even really feel like nightmares anymore. It just felt like every dream that I had was me being chased or feeling fearful in some way. And I wonder if that was to kind of also help train that out of me, because I personally used to be a very, very fearful person where I had extreme anxiety and I was always scared. And that's just been a goal of mine to get rid of that. But anyway, for the last 7 days, I have had every type of fear that I've ever had if it comes to like the deep, dark ocean, to my son being kidnapped, to let's see, what else did I have? Yeah, like a ship sinking, or a shark chasing us, or a giant troll chasing me through a McDonald's playland, or this like dark little evil malevolent spirit that stole Malik, and that's my son, and I had to go and capture that spirit and get my son back. Those are the types of dreams that I've been having. Now, normally in those dreams, I would have experienced extreme fear, panic, and likely would have just woken up in that fear. Or the thing would come chase me, and right before it captures me or kills me, or right after something happens to a family member or myself, I wake up. That has not been the case for me lately. What has actually happened is I have strategized, and I have not felt extreme fear. I have felt like, okay, I need to handle this and like take care of it. And it feels like my subconscious is actively training me to trust myself in circumstances that are not likely to be found in daily life, right? Like where I will actually feel that type of fear. It doesn't happen to me like in reality very often. But so my dreams are showing me over and over, look at this circumstance, that's your biggest fear. Look at this circumstance, that's one of your biggest fears. Oh, there was also one with ghosts. My biggest fears as a kid were ghosts in the ocean. I have had dreams of that, and then I wasn't scared. Like it's insane. And it made me realize, like as I talked to ChatGPT about it a little bit as well, that it's because my body finally feels safe with the person that I am, like with myself. And that had been the root of my anxiety for so long, is I didn't know or trust myself to protect myself. You know what I mean? I'm transitioning from protected to protector. And my dreams are resonant of that. The things I'm dealing with in my waking life are resonant of that. Like I've started to be a caretaker for my grandfather, and so I've had to become more of like a leader within my family unit on that side, and have become more of a protector. And at this time, my body finally feels safe with myself. My anxiety has gone away. I no longer look at situations and think I'm nervous about them. I approach them head on in real life too. And I'm not scared. I trust myself to handle every situation. My dreams are helping train that into me. So the main thing that I want you guys to take from this is your dreams are very important, and they can be used as tools that help you to become the greatest version of yourself. Like it's kind of like a parent teaching a child responsibility. When the child is young, maybe they live a kind of softer life, and they don't necessarily have to be responsible, right? Like, because everything is kind of taking care of them. So that parent has to introduce scenarios of responsibility to that child in order for them to kind of work that muscle of responsibility to become responsible in the future, right? That's kind of like what the dreams are doing. They're introducing scenarios that you might not have in your waking life in order to show you that, like, you can either trust yourself, or just, I'm sure there's many other ways that they can help you. But what I recommend you to do is, when you wake up, right when you wake up every morning, I want you to either I really recommend this because this is what works for me. If you are opposed to AI, you can write down your dreams in a journal. But for me, I like to just like put on the ChatGPT like microphone feature, basically. Not the one where I'm like actually speaking to ChatGPT, but the one where it will transcribe what I say and then will respond via text. That's my favorite version, because the text is always a little bit more in depth than the like talking version of ChatGPT. I like using talking version of ChatGPT for like just like brainstorming type of thing, but if I want to go like really in depth, I will always use the writing version. So have the microphone thing transcribe what you say and tell ChatGPT everything you can remember from the dream. It doesn't have to be the whole dream, guys. You don't have to remember the entire dream. The whole point is what symbols and things stuck out to you the most. The more you do this, the more you'll see that you'll remember your dreams in the morning, okay? Because it's like once your psyche and your subconscious start to realize that you're actually paying attention, it will give you more. It will be easier to remember your dreams, etc., etc. Now, no matter what, there's always going to be certain parts of your life where dreams are going to be more clear than others, okay? And there's some people that are more inept to this than others as well. Like it's sometimes I really believe it's something that goes through families. Like if your families get a lot of dreams, like I've always gotten messages and visitation dreams and all those things through my dreams, but I know that this is accessible to everybody. So tell ChatGPT your whole dream and ask it to give you a dream, basically like a I can't remember the word right now. I think you guys know what I'm talking about though, like a summary where it basically explains all the symbolism and what those symbols can mean to you, okay? These symbols actually matter because that's how your brain communicates, because our brains recognize patterns and associate meaning, the same meaning, to a lot of symbols. So ChatGPT will help you decode that. I recommend opening up one file or folder in ChatGPT and then putting all of your dreams there, and then discussing with Chat, what those messages could be that your subconscious is trying to tell you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.